Hello, dear investors. Analytical Service is in touch with you, GURU.Markets. Thank you very much for helping our project. For help forms, see the description of this video. We will compare the main fundamental indicators of the company Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc., ticker MIRM. This review was created on the basis of current data as of August 19, 2024. According to classification GURU.Markets company Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. belongs to the subcategory Pharma Liver. 11 companies take part in the analysis. This is more or less representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. A little further, we will consider each indicator in more detail. If you want, you can pause the video. You can look at all the company's indicators carefully. Access to the database with the classification of company tickers is free and open. We kindly ask you to disseminate the company's analysis on your social networks. Well, friends, we are finally starting. Market capitalization of the company Mirum Pharmaceuticals valued at $1.94 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $6 billion. Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. accounts for a share of 32.157% and is one of the leaders in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.22 billion. With a subcategory balance sheet capitalization of $1 billion. Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. accounts for a share of 15.817%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of market and book value, we can see the following. Occupied share Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 32.157%. The book value is 15.817%, which is 51% less than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The analyzed organization's debts amount to $0.309 billion. Debt liabilities to balance sheet capitalization amount to 140.5% of capital. Result on the company's debts, bad, -1 point. The ratio of the company's market value to its profit is 0, with an average of 0 for the subcategory. An assessment of the company's stock price to its profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$107 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. This is very negative for the company's price. An assessment of the projected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The balance of company value to revenue is 7.3. The average for the subcategory is 10.2, and this is 28% lower than the average for the subcategory. Evaluation of the company's market price to revenue ratio in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $260 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. This is negative for the company. Assess expected future sales performance against subcategory performance. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in our analytics, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. Thank you very much for your subscription. The margin is -40.3%, with the average for the subcategory -87.5%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 47.1%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 22.204%, which is 45% less than the market capitalization share. This shows the imbalance in the current stock market value of the company Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc., most likely towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $7,355,000. And in the subcategory, $5,079,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 44.8%. Estimation of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The volume of profit per individual employee of the company is minus $403,800, with the average for the subcategory, minus $435,800. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 7%. Estimation of profit for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The sales volume per employee of the organization is $1,000 and $1,000. By subcategory, $498,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 101%. Estimation of revenue for each company employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The volume of short transactions corresponds to 19.3%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.8%. This is an indicator of the possible risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 55% for the company Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. In the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is approximately 48%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued lower than those of the company Mirum Pharmaceuticals. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Mirum Pharmaceuticals and subcategory shares. We see that over the past 12 months, the company's shares Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc. showed dynamics of 64.8%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory 0.3%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but you need to take note of this fact. Total result, minus 7 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is minus 2.8 points. If you look very broadly, within the stock market in general, we'll see the average result for the US stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a score of minus 7 points for Mirum Pharmaceuticals. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all publicly made decisions by the reference evaluation system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the analysis of securities Mirum Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. GURU.Markets. Open an order. For a reason, Mirum Pharmaceuticals Inc., the most overvalued company in the subcategory. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for using the information and help system from GURU.Markets. You all really are the coolest audience in the world.